She and Petey were enjoying themselves until her man arrived, his left arm in a sling. Then she left, but not before turning around to wink at Petey.
That guy was staring.
Nah, he had his arm in a sling.
Not him. The person at that publisher's meeting, John Jones. Did you get any information on him?
Well, someone said he had a PhD from Harvard and had been in the philosophy department at Loyola for 3 years.
Did he have a magazine?
Nah, his ex-fiancée does.
Who's their story?
Well, from what I gather, he found out a few weeks ago that he didn't get tenure. She broke the engagement at the same time and moved out. He's a drinking problem.
Who's he being ex-another?
I don't know. I think someone. The guy with the shaved and tattooed hair, waxed mustache also. Dr. Kingfisher said that Jones used to help on his ex-fiancée's magazine, and no one ever asked him not to come, so there he was.
Here we are.
5 hours ago, she had answered the phone, and a smooth voice from Metairie via Wyoming had made her feel hopeful. Now, in the present tense, she wasn't too sure she could still feel that initial pleasurable surge of nervousness. Her heart was beating very quickly, and her hands were becoming very cold. The small press publishers' meeting had changed the hope to terror. A man gets drunk, comes to the place where he knows his ex-fiancée will be, and in his bitterness uses her as a scapegoat for his anger. Mary Beth knew bitterness, and Reed Fallon's golden voice could not erase the picture of Tom's infidelity. She had wanted to rip his heart from his chest and feed it to that naked woman on whom he was riding. It was wrong that he had done it, but the greater sin was that she was a witness. She didn't want to bother with him after they split up, even on their day in court, and he had come all the way from East Texas to see her one last time, in the hope that she would forgive him and go home to Larkart and leave the foolishness of the newspaper behind. In court, she didn't even talk to him. Her lawyer talked to his, and she sat with her parents who were there to ease her loneliness. She fidgeted in her seat and was glad when Mitch appeared. She could once again clear her head.
What'd they say?
I'll live. They had to irrigate the bike. He's got more to worry about. He bit me. I have to take the antibiotics and come back.
He sat down, and the three of them silently waited for Cliff.
But the cutest nurse, too.
Not one mention of that nurse.
Well, if it's because we don't get to see her, Cliff comes back and starts whining about the nurse and wants to put her head in his tits.
How was the nurse's tips? I was going to ask.
Yes, you know,
How were they?
The story is a little bit hard-ass here. She's got you and you're hanging out being homo. He's got you and you're hanging out on breasts and your henpeckness, your rage, my violent lust. I think what we've got to do is go to Quimby and see if we can get an anti-revenge issue, and then we can all contribute our stories and poems and various things, and cartoons.
Poems of Mary Beth.
The saga of Mary Beth Martin.
the cartoons, I don't know what they're going to do. We're going to
That was do a remake of the Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm.
Wait till the new Quimby comes out with Scott's
I heard of that.
resurgence of the long dead
Hunter.
Yeah, Bill's on it.
In this talk face.
In
You've never
this
seen
talk.
this talk?
Just
You
as
believe that?
it's
Oh, okay.
Souvenir then.
It's like heaven, except heaven has out ahead.
Yeah, it's just loud.
Oh, right. Just the boast.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm welcome.
Well. Okay, I'm out of here.
Did they just yank you out?
Oh, I came up here from work.
And now you get to go back.
And I get to go right back to work.
Where do you work?
The Cambridge Food Co-op.
So they eventually merging with the Boston Food Co-op?
Well, there's some talk about that,
To
but
hear the Boston Food Co-op's newsletter, it's any year now.
well, see, the problem with it is Boston and Arlington are merging.
Right.
Boston and Cambridge had talked about it, but it's kind of like Boston wants to be the main co-op and have Arlington and Cambridge somewhat hierarchically under them. And Cambridge Food Co-op has lasted for 15 years as an entity and isn't about to, you know.
They don't want to merge boards or anything.
Well, it's not even merging, it's more like Boston Food Co-op wants the two to be subsidiaries of it. They want to be like the head office, the big boss. And I think that's not in the interest of the Cambridge Food Co-op right now. So we'll see. Maybe it would be kind of good if we could, you know, work something out.
What do you do at the co-op?
All sorts of stuff. I gotta go.
Thank you, Rick, very
Yeah,
much.
sure. Okay. Give me more warning next time. Professional thumb wrestler.
No, it could be like an evening.
Okay.
We'll try to do it. And then the one.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
Okay.
It's just like me sitting at my house, stay for the phone.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what did you just go for?
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Are we done?